Back now on Triad Today, and we hope that none of you in the audience is ever in a position to have to worry about what we're going to talk about, and that is search issues, search of your car, search of your home. And just in case, though, you might be confronted with that, we have an expert here who's going to talk us through it. J. Paul, director. We can meet our special guest who's come to us many times before. He's our resident legal expert, Clarke Dummit, who founded the Dummit Law Firm. Welcome back to the show, Clarke.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this. I'm going to call it a rather unpleasant thing, but it can be much more unpleasant if they don't know what to do. So let's go into it. If I'm pulled over by the police, I'm driving my car, should I give consent for my car to be searched, even if I feel like I don't have anything to hide?
You know, everybody's going to make their own decision on their own personal issues with privacy, but the simple answer is no. I mean, if the police need a search warrant or probable cause before they can search your car.
Even in your car?
Even in your car.
Now, well, what if I don't give my consent? Are they just going to go get a warrant? Are they going to search it anyway, so isn't it a moot point? Shouldn't you just give up and say, go ahead and look?
Well, you know, they may, but that's sort of like saying, let's just give up the Constitution for convenience. The answer is no. They don't always search, and a lot of times police officers are trained to push as far as you'll allow them to.
And they do a good job, but I mean...
But typically they'll respect the law.
Right.
I mean, and if you say no, no means no. But if you're going to say yes, then they may snoop.
What if I consent to a search of my car? Now, what happens if they find some illegal substance or something in the car that shouldn't be there, and it's not mine? I'm not kidding. It's not mine, but it turns out it belongs to somebody who's riding with me. I mean, that makes me look pretty bad, but now I'm in trouble. What happens? Well,
that happens in a lot of situations. It especially happens with work trucks. You know, a lot of people use company trucks, and a lot of people that are out on the road for 4 or 5 days doing construction sites will store things in a vehicle. And a lot of these work trucks, who knows how many people have been through them, and who knows what's sitting in an ashtray or what's tucked under a seat.
Problematic, though, because it makes me look like I'm lying.
It does make, it has that appearance when you think there's nothing in the vehicle and there is something in the vehicle. And it happens more often than people think.
What about a situation where the police come to my house for whatever reason, and they say, well, we'd like to come in and search. Now, let's say they do not have a search warrant. Here's the question again. Do I have to let them in my house? Because I've seen TV shows and these police dramas, and I think I know the answer, but I mean, do I have to let them in to search?
The answer is no. The Constitution is alive and well, and I personally think we have a duty to help preserve the Constitution by asking police to follow the law. They expect us to follow the law. We need to expect our police force to follow the law. And you know, it's popular on TV shows right now. You see them regularly act like it's no big deal. Well, I know I need a search warrant, but they break in anyway. And
right.
That's TV.
Right.
That shouldn't go on in the real world.
And the other thing good for a search warrant is you get with your attorney and someone like you, and you help us through the process. And if you have that warrant, then everything is sort of really by the book, and there's a chain of custody and all these things that are very important. What about answering questions? I don't care if you're in your car or your home or whatever, and the police officer starts asking questions. And again, maybe you haven't done anything, but he's asking questions, or he or she's asking questions. Should you just start talking to them?
Well, first off, I think that police officers have a tough job to do out there, and I think we need to cooperate with them and help them do their job. With that, and we need to be polite and courteous with police officers. They've got a tough job, and I don't want to take anything away from them.
And a dangerous job.
And dangerous. But that doesn't, you can be courteous and polite and professional and say, thank you, but I just really don't want to answer questions right now. I've got someplace I need to be down the road.
Does it hurt you in court later on if you say, if you go into court and the police officer says, well, Jim would not consent to a search of his car and he wouldn't give us any answers. He chose to remain silent. Does that hurt me later on?
Not at all. It's not admissible in a courtroom, and there's nothing wrong with exercising your constitutional rights.
Well, I think what we're getting to now is that there's going to be a lot of questions that are unanswered in what we've been discussing in this topic. Again, I hope that this is a situation you and your family never find yourself in. Sometimes it's a mistaken identity. Sometimes police can come to the wrong house or stop the wrong car. But whatever the reason, this is the kind of thing where, you know, get your lawyer on speed dial, and the folks at the Dummit Law Firm can help you with these things. Call them immediately if you find yourself in a situation. And the website is www.nclawyer.com, and I believe the phone numbers are on the screen as well. So always keep that number handy just in case, and we hope you don't have to have it. Clarke, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care.